the greedy friend and the honest friend. A timeless moral story about friendship, trust, and the dangers of greed. Let me take you on a journey of two friends, Sahil and Mohan, where one learns that true wealth lies not in treasure but in friendship. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by dense forests, lived two close friends, Sahil and Mohan. Sahil was known for his kindness, honesty, and helpful nature. Mohan, on the other hand, was clever but had a greedy heart. Despite their differences, they had been inseparable since childhood. One fine morning, the two friends decided to explore the forest in search of adventure. As they walked deeper into the woods, they stumbled upon something unusual. An old, dusty chest, half buried under the roots of a massive tree. Mohan quickly exclaimed, "This must be treasure! We've struck gold!" His eyes sparkled with greed. Sahil, however, was cautious. "Let's open it together and see what it holds. Whatever it is, we should share it equally." With a little effort, they opened the chest, and to their amazement, it was filled with glittering gold coins and rare jewels. Mohan's greedy side took over as he thought, "Why should I share this wealth with Sahil? If I could get rid of him, I could keep everything for myself." But Sahil had a different thought. He smiled and said, "This treasure is more than enough for both of us. We can use this to help our families and the village." Pretending to agree, Mohan said, "You're right, but I'm feeling very hungry after all this excitement. Why don't you go to the village and buy us some food while I guard the treasure?" Sahil, trusting his friend, agreed. But before leaving, he took a closer look at the chest and noticed a strange inscription on the inside of the lid. It read, "Beware of the curse. Whoever steals from his friend will suffer the consequences." Sahil was puzzled, but brushed it off as just an old superstition. Meanwhile, Mohan came up with a sinister plan. As soon as Sahil left, he decided to mix some poisonous herbs he found nearby into Sahil's food. Once he's gone, Mohan thought, "I'll take all the treasure for myself." Little did Mohan know, the forest was magical, and those who harbored greed in their hearts would be tested. As Mohan prepared the poisoned food, a mysterious old man with a long white beard appeared out of nowhere. "What are you doing, young man?" asked the old man in a calm voice. Startled, Mohan lied, "Nothing, just preparing food for my friend." The old man's eyes twinkled knowingly, and he said, "Greed is a dangerous thing. Once you let it control you, it can destroy everything." Without waiting for a reply, the old man disappeared as mysteriously as he had come. Mohan ignored the warning and finished preparing the poisoned food, eager to get rid of Sahil. Meanwhile, back in the village, Sahil met an old woman while buying food. She seemed wise and gentle. Out of nowhere, she said to him, "Beware of false friends. The greatest treasure you have is trust, not gold." Sahil was confused, but thanked the old woman and headed back to the forest. Along the way, Sahil couldn't shake off the feeling that something was wrong. As he approached the clearing where Mohan was waiting, he noticed his friend's suspicious behavior. Mohan handed the food to Sahil with a fake smile, but Sahil, growing more wary, said, "Why don't we eat together? After all, we've shared everything until now." Mohan, realizing he had no choice, pretended to eat. But secretly, he only moved the food around his plate. Sahil, still unsure, decided not to eat either. He said, "I'm not that hungry after all. Maybe we should first discuss what to do with the treasure." Suddenly, the sky darkened, and the wind began to howl through the trees. The ground beneath the chest started to tremble. A booming voice echoed through the forest. "Beware the curse! The one who betrays his friend shall pay the price." Mohan was terrified and tried to run, but his feet were stuck to the ground as if the forest itself was holding him. The chest began to glow, and the treasure inside slowly turned into dust before their very eyes. Sahil, who had never harbored greed in his heart, was safe. But Mohan, realizing his greed had led to this moment, cried out in despair, "Please forgive me, Sahil. I was blinded by the treasure. I tried to poison you so I could keep it all, but now I see it was all a mistake." Sahil, though heartbroken by Mohan's betrayal, showed compassion. He said, "Mohan, I trusted you, but you let greed control you. This treasure brought us nothing but trouble. Friendship is more valuable than any gold or jewel. Let this be a lesson to us both." Suddenly, the old man from earlier appeared again, this time with a smile. "You have learned your lesson, young men. The treasure was never meant to be yours. It was a test, and only those who value friendship and honesty over wealth can pass." The old man waved his hand, and the forest returned to its peaceful state. "Go back to your village. Remember, true wealth lies not in gold, but in the bonds of friendship and trust." As the two friends left the forest, Mohan, deeply ashamed, apologized sincerely to Sahil. "I let greed take over, but I promise I'll never betray our friendship again." Sahil smiled and said, "We all make mistakes, Mohan. What's important is that you've learned from them. Let's go back and live our lives wisely without letting greed control us." And so, the two friends returned to their village. While they had lost the treasure, they gained something far more valuable: an unbreakable bond of trust and the realization that true happiness doesn't come from wealth, but from loyalty, honesty, and friendship. The moral of the story: greed destroys everything, even the strongest friendships, while honesty and kindness bring true richness to our lives. This story highlights how greed can cloud judgment and destroy even the strongest bonds, while honesty and loyalty lead to true happiness. True friendship is like gold, but greed can turn it to dust.
Before we wrap up, The Honest Mirror wants to take a moment to wish a very happy birthday to all our viewers and subscribers celebrating their special day today. May your day be filled with joy, love, and wonderful memories. Thank you all for being a part of our community. Your support means the world to us. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video.